Tonight we are tracking a weather impact alert as hot, dry, and gusty conditions move across the valley and the state. Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Chase Golightly. Tonight we have team coverage of the dangerous conditions. Tiani Jadaling is in studio after a young hiker died in the extreme heat. But first, let's get to meteorologist Chris Dunn for a look at our forecast. Chris?
Yeah, Chase, the hot and dry setup that we have right now and the gusty conditions, that is prompting a fire risk. A red flag warning until 11 o'clock tonight for the valley specifically, but also for other parts of the state, and we'll cover that in a moment. So just be aware of the fire danger. Don't burn stuff outside or do anything that could cause a fire. For this evening, including Maricopa County and the Colorado River, gusts southwest to 35 miles an hour, relative humidity in that 5 to 15% range. And then as we go into tomorrow, it's going to focus mainly on northern Arizona. 9% the relative humidity right now in Lake Havasu City, only 6% at Bullhead City. 14% the relative humidity in Phoenix. With the winds, it's actually increased a little bit. 16 mile per hour winds at last check. 17 mile per hour wind gust at Bullhead City. Tomorrow, the red flag warning areas up here to the north, along and north of I-40, including the Flagstaff area because of the gusty winds, the low relative humidity, and the really dry conditions that we've had so far the winter and into the spring, now spilling over into the summertime. We're at 94 degrees in Phoenix right now, 16 mile per hour winds out of the west, and there's that relative humidity of 14%. We do have a bit of a warming trend to talk about. That's in my 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Chase?
Chris, thanks. Tonight, a tragic reminder of the dangerous heat. An 18-year-old has died while hiking at Grand Canyon National Park. 12 News journalist Tiani Jadaling joins us live in studio after speaking with experts about how hikers should prepare before heading out to the trails at the Grand Canyon. Tiani?
Chase, avid hikers I spoke to say this is a major loss for the hiking community. They believe everyone should experience hikes like these, but the proper precautions to take are essential as they could help save lives. According to officials, the 18-year-old was on a day hike from South Rim to the Colorado River and was on his way back using the Bright Angel Trail when park officials found him.
Definitely a loss and someone that we will remember.
Officials say the teen was 30 feet below the trail in a remote area near Garden Creek when the Grand Canyon National Park Regional Communications Center received reports of an individual experiencing heat-related symptoms. Life-saving measures were attempted, but the teen did not survive. Hikers we spoke with say many people underestimate the conditions and unfortunately arrive unprepared.
Something about the Grand Canyon is that at the rim it's pretty high elevation, about 5,000 feet, so it's a lot cooler, but as you hike in it gets hotter. Something that I like to keep in mind and use as a frame of reference is if it's 100 here in the valley, at the bottom of the Grand Canyon it's about the same altitude, so it'll also be around 100.
Rebecca Rodriguez frequents several of the trails at the Grand Canyon. She says hydration is extremely important both the night before and day of the hike. Her personal recommendation, 3 liters of water, an electrolyte mix, and more.
Down South Kaibab, you can reach the Colorado River, but it is 7 miles without water. So it's something to be prepared that the next water source would be the Colorado River.
The avid hiker also mentions using resources readily available to help prevent worst-case scenarios.
I would say Backcountry Office is a really great resource. You can stop by. They can let you know about the water sources and the weather conditions as well. And it's also a place to check in. So that way they know where you're headed and what your plans are.
Rodriguez says sunscreen and appropriate clothing are critical, but the most important step is showing up prepared before ever hitting the trail.
If you do have some water, if you use up half of it, then it's time to come back out. I think that's the beauty of the Grand Canyon is you can go in partially and then come back out.
Overall, Rodriguez says hikers shouldn't shy away during the heat, but rather become more selective of the times to hike. As for the teen, the Coconino County Medical Examiner's Office is investigating the incident. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadaling, 12 News.